Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Friday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, you can expect a very warm one today here on the Western Slope as temperatures are expected to exceed the 90s for the first time this week officially. We've got a very good start to the day, however, with very clear conditions and temperatures already in the 60s. Of course, as we head throughout the day, it's only going to keep getting hotter. Temperatures expected to be in the 90s for the rest of the week up until Monday, where we've got a pretty stark drop due to some potential weekend showers, at least at the very tail end of the weekend. All that and more in today's full weather forecast. Right now, you're waking up to 60 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose seeing those mid-50s alongside Paonia and Nucla. And of course, Delta seeing 50 degrees. Moab over there hanging out in the 60s for this morning. Now, we've got some gusty outflow winds in the forecast today pretty consistently throughout the day, up to 20 miles an hour. Now, while we also have some pretty consistent breezes happening, especially as we head into the afternoon, this excessive wind, just kind of pockets of gusty air, can be felt throughout different regions of the valley. Now, of course, we got JUCO happening today, and we've been forced into another game tomorrow. So tonight at 7 p.m. is not going to be the last one. You can expect something happening tomorrow as well. But this game tonight is going to be a scorcher at 90 degrees at 7 p.m. Can you believe this, folks? While we have some mostly clear conditions, no cloud coverage is going to help us from 90 degrees. Those wind speeds going to be picking up a little bit as we head into the evening time as well, with temperatures starting to cool down ever so slightly from those afternoon hours, but it's definitely going to be felt up until then, as we've got a pretty gradual increase in temperature, but it heads all the way up into those 90s starting at 2 p.m. The 80s heading our way around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And we've got a pretty clear start to the day, but as we head into that afternoon, you're going to see a little bit of extra cloud coverage happening. And then, of course, those morning hours going to be on the cooler side up until that sun really begins to hit the western slope. For that dog walking forecast, we've had Parker hanging out with us here all week long. And if you want to see your dog maybe featured in the forecast, send me an email at dbrazelton@krextv.com or message me on Facebook or Instagram at BrazeltonWX. Now, I won't be on the morning show next week. I'll miss you dearly. But of course, we'll have to come back to this dog walking forecast when I get back. In the meantime, maybe take your dog out for a walk. We got clear skies, very little wind speeds and temperatures in the 60s and the 70s for those morning hours. Keep in mind, of course, that pollen here, trees, grasses, and mold, all in that low category right now. So things starting to feel a little bit of relief out there, but definitely all these different kinds of allergens in the sky, you're going to be feeling just a little bit stuffy. Now, we were talking about this shower potential happening next week. Take a look at this, folks. Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, some widespread shower potential decreasing every day as we head out. Could start as early as Sunday. But of course, we'll keep you updated on westernslopenow.com for all of that information. Of course, a lot of it going to be happening in the higher elevations, but we're expected to see quite a bit in the valley as well over the next 5 days. So get ready for just an exciting amount of moisture here. I always love seeing it rain here in the Grand Valley because it's so rare. But as we look ahead for the Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, going to be in those 90s for today, folks, and that's going to be the trend up until Sunday, where right now it's projected that we may be seeing near 100 degrees. Ooh, it's gonna be hot. And then Monday rolls around with some storm potential to cool us down. Montrose slightly cooler with the same idea. Gonna be in those mid-80s for today, starting to increase up into potentially 90s by Sunday. But all things considered, it's definitely gonna be a hot one.